Over the holiday, there's been some discourse surrounding the Amazing Digital Circus and its creator Gooseworx, who took a stance on content farm channels exploiting her creation to cater to and profit off of the algorithm, all of which I will explain in this video. Content farms are nothing new. Content farms are channels that take whatever is popular or trendy at the time and pump out an ungodly amount of content to cater to the algorithm and profit off of whatever is trending as much as possible. Usually the content in these channels pays no respect to what it's actually exploiting and mainly just uses the characters or IP to grab in a quick audience, usually a younger audience. The Amazing Digital Circus is not a kids show. However, with its bright colors and circus aesthetic, content farm channels have had great success grabbing onto it and are squeezing it for everything it's worth. And with the success all these farm channels have gotten from it, they're not going to stop, even though a lot of the fandom cannot stand it, including Gooseworx. Goose tends to repost a lot of fan art, showing some love to the fans of the community. However, the content farm content has been drowning out the fans' content, and Goose has been constantly getting sent this content farm slop from those in the fandom, asking for Goose's opinion on it. And as it gets worse, it just gets more and more frustrating for Goose. They ended up making a tweet about it saying, quote, "You guys are sending me the worst content farm slop imaginable, and you're like, what are your thoughts on this? I like genuine fan content, by the way, it's just getting really hard to find in the endless sea of soulless trash," end quote. Now, this isn't the first time the Amazing Digital Circus content slop has been getting mentions from Goose. However, this time it seems like it's reaching a bit of a boiling point as the content slop keeps getting shoved in her and the crew's face. On the 27th, Goose posted a gag drawing of Jax and Jax's evil twin sister Jaj, to which someone replied to this joke with a thumbnail of a content farm video made by Hornstomp, a particularly nefarious content farm channel, or group of channels I should say. In this thumbnail there was a female punk drawing of Jax that basically was just made to draw in an audience, and they asked Goose if Jaj was a reference to this, and Goose replied, no, that, meaning the content farm, is a reference to this, basically saying the content farm was just ripping her off, trying to dismiss the farm slop that was being pushed into her face once again. This punk Jax had been circulating and gaining a lot of traction now, and some started falling for the content farm trap, and it continued showing up in Goose's replies and the fan art that Goose is reposting. It wasn't just YouTube content slop either. There were tons of Gooseworx impersonator accounts on TikTok and Instagram trying to farm engagement by using the fact that the Amazing Digital Circus is currently trendy. Eventually, Goose would go on to directly address the fandom on the 29th with a tweet of the thumbnail of Punk Girl Jax with a caption saying, quote, "I don't mean to be a buzzkill, but don't you guys think drawing/obsessing over this character is just giving these content farm channels what they want? Like, I'd be fine with it if the video came from a fan and not a content farm video, but this is very much from a content farm video." End quote. Goose ended up getting a lot of responses saying people are just having fun, or that Goose needs to do something about it. So Goose would also go on to post a comic she made regarding the situation. The comic is 3 panels, the first having a person come up to Goose saying, Goose, please do something about these content farm videos, they're ruining the show." So, Goose goes on to say, "Because it originates from a content farm video, I prefer if people made their own design or latched onto something by an actual fan." She says this while pointing to the Punk Jax thumbnail. To which the person responds, whoa, why don't you just let people have fun? This comic, as well as the previous post she made about the fandom obsessing over content farm videos, were shortly deleted as Goose got a lot of criticism for it, or people just flat out dismissed her feelings. Many also said Goose should be doing more to stop the content farming, like copyright striking the videos. Goose replied to one user saying, quote, "What do you want me to do about it? The Amazing Digital Circus isn't on my channel, so I can't copyright strike them, and even if I could, isn't there an unspoken rule about copyright striking videos you don't like? Like, I'm pretty sure that's always been frowned upon. Apologies for the curt response, I've been having a bit of a bad day, lol." End quote. And Goose is right here. She herself can't really copy strike these videos down. I mean, she can try. I mean, maybe Glitch itself could, but they'd probably face a lot of backlash for it, and that would also be a lot of work to do, sending all these copyright strikes that probably won't even stick. It kind of feels like what happened when the hula hoop was first made. After the hula hoop was made, before the creators could even get a patent, there was already so many knockoffs that the patent just didn't matter anymore, and striking anything down would be like playing the most impossible game of whack-a-mole. It's the same situation. I mean, Hornstomp has like 5 different channels of itself and is posting the Amazing Digital Circus fan slop across all of them. and it's at an insane pace, sometimes like 2 to 3 a day. Just taking down one group would be a nightmare, so it feels like there's nothing you can really do about it, which is really annoying because it's not just the show itself, but some of these content farms are ripping off the fans' work as well, using fan art in the background of sets and props, or using fan-made music covers to avoid copyright. It's really scummy and annoying. So it makes sense that the fandom is very angry about it, but they're throwing it all at Goose's feet like she can just Thanos snap it out of existence, and she can't. Throughout all of this, Goose has also been sick, which might have also played a role in why it reached sort of a boiling point, but again, this isn't something new, it's built up over time. Gooseworx and the Amazing Digital Circus crew, they've been receiving a lot of messages of this content slop for a long while now, and there's a lot of content farm videos. Like, almost within the week of the pilot releasing, there are already tons of really weird, questionable videos being shot out like rapid fire. And to spend so much time and effort on something just for content farms like this to gobble it up and throw up whatever this stuff is, it must be really infuriating. Especially to see it day by day, the algorithm falling for it, the fandom falling for it. Every time you look for genuine fan content, it's just there, mixed in. I mean, just open up the private page on Google and don't log into YouTube. Just type in, like the search bar, the Amazing Digital Circus. Scroll a bit and see what comes up. I just did it today and there were like 3 new videos from one channel. All this, along with the constant fake accounts that are trying to impersonate Goose herself, I'm surprised Goose didn't start tweaking by now. Even still, people are being quite dismissive of Gooseworx and her feelings towards this situation. One user made a thread sympathizing with Goose that got a lot of positive responses. This shows most of the fandom sees where Goose is coming from and agrees with Goose. The content farm slop is annoying and exploitative, but there isn't really much we can do besides not take the bait and just not interact with it. There honestly is nothing wrong with a creator trying to defend their work and speak their mind about things that try to exploit it. Sure, this happens to literally like almost every trendy piece of media, but that doesn't mean we can't speak our minds about how ass it is. Even with the support, there also still comes a lot of people still criticizing Goose. But Goose hasn't responded and is probably done engaging in this topic, as they've already stated how they feel about it and how they wish the fandom would handle it. Goose is still active on Twitter despite their funny New Year's resolution, but obviously the content farm conversation is still going to linger for a while as the fans still toss their thoughts back and forth. But what do you guys think about it? Do you think content farms are really as awful as they feel? Or do you think they're okay to keep doing this? Or do you think there could possibly ever be a way to stop content farm channels? I doubt it, but it's a funny thought. But that's all I have for you guys on this topic. Thanks for watching and consider subscribing. It helps a lot and you guys can keep up to date. I'll see you guys.